I just learned this song the other day. I've been real busy and was afraid I wasn't going to be able to do this, but I couldn't pass up a chance to play at the best place, my favorite place for music. I love all the people here. And, but this probably wouldn't be considered a Christmas song, but it does have Christmas in the title, so I figured that might work. Double check my tuning here. Check. A little bit more guitar, and I'll turn up some if I need to. Check. Yeah, we'll try that out. This song was written by Steve Earle. Christmas time in Washington, the Democrats rehearsed, get into gear for 4 more years of things not getting worse. Republicans drink the whiskey neat, and they think they're lucky stars. Can I seek another turn? There'll be no more FDRs. And I sat home in Tennessee, just staring at the screen, an uneasy feeling in my chest. I'm not sure what it means. So come back, Woody Guthrie, and come back to us now. Tear your eyes from paradise and rise again somehow. And if you run into Jesus, maybe he can help us out. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now. I followed in your footsteps back in my traveling days, somewhere I failed to find your trail. Now I'm stumbling through the haze, but there's killers on the highway, and a man can't get around. So I sold my soul for wheels that roll. Now I'm stumbling in this town. So come back, Woody Guthrie, come back to us now, and tear your eyes from paradise and rise again somehow. And if you run into Jesus, maybe he can help us out. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now. Well, there's foxes in the hen house and cows out in the corn. The unions have been busted and their proud red banners torn. To listen to the radio, you would think all was well, but you and me and Cisco know it's going straight to hell. So come back, Emma Goldman, and rise up, old Joe Hill. The barricades are going up, they cannot break our will. So come back to us, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. 'Cause we're marching into Selma as the bells of freedom ring. So come back, Woody Guthrie, and come back to us now, and tear your eyes from paradise and rise again somehow. Oh, thank y'all very much. Now I can quit messing with this iPad and hope I can remember my own songs. There ain't no guarantee. That's one thing I've learned. Just because I wrote them don't mean I remember them. But you know, try and pick songs. I don't really have Christmas songs, but Christmas, you know, it's about the people we love and family and stuff. People who can't be with us anymore. Also, you know, it has all its meanings, but that's really what I think about a lot. But so I kind of picked from those, not the happiest songs, but I don't have too many of those either. So, you know, I wish my wife a happy birthday. So yesterday was her birthday, and she turned a half century. Yeah, I just told everybody that. But she got carded for things on the way up here, right before we got here. She got carded, which is kind of funny, but I'm not surprised. Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, I would have never played my solo stuff if it wasn't for her. They would all be buried, and I'd be playing in just my rock and roll band. She's probably the most encouraging person ever met. But so here we are. I'm nervous as hell playing at the best place there is to play. She's leaving home to start a brand new life. Just packed up the last of her things and said those hard goodbyes. She said, I'll only be 3 hours away. And don't cry, Mama, I'll be okay. Besides, I'll be back home every other weekend. And in the summertime you will see a lot of me. And they watch their little girl going down the highway. She's alone in this world, and this is so hard to believe that their time is up. Yeah, they hope they done enough to make that girl strong and to feel her full of love. That baby girl, so innocent, so sweet, in this world that is so cruel and mean. Seems it would be easier to be a heartless bastard than to be so full of love in this human disaster. He grabbed his daughter by the hand, said, I can't make sense of this. Just love hard and think free and be the best that you can. That girl did good, and she made it through school and stayed close to her family and came home when she could. She talked to her mama on the phone every night until she went to sleep and never opened up her eyes. She grabbed her daddy by the neck, said, I know she's all you got. I know you sure love your mama, but you've always been our light. You've always been the light of our lives. And then he watched his little girl go on down the highway. He's alone in this world, and this is so hard to believe that their time is up. Yeah, he hopes they done enough to make that girl strong and to fill her full of love. Yeah, fill that girl up full of love. Thank y'all very much. Gonna do one more original. You know, a good friend of mine, actually right when I met him, this all happened. But God tell me a story about his son going off to war young. And you know, there's so many different stories like it, but it's one of those things where when I left, I was like, yeah. Actually, my wife, before I even said it, was like, you have to write a song about that. And I was like, I know. I was thinking the same thing. And so I did. And you know, this is one of those things where there's people who can't all be with their families at Christmas time and or ever again, you know. But it's called Trevor's Song. Real quick, he when he got back from war, he had a bracelet made, had 76 skulls that represented every life that was taken by one of his bullets, and just to show they meant something. And but he was put in some rough situations. He did what he had to do. He always worried about his son's big heart. Just 19 years old, he joined a fight in the war. A model soldier is what he became. And that boy was a man in every way. He'd take no chances, he refused to fail. And if you want our freedom, he'd send you to hell. And he drove a Bradley killing machine. Only him and the Lord know what he's seen. With his adrenaline high, trying to survive. He never had the chance to feel what's inside. With his adrenaline high, trying not to die. When he got back home, he started asking himself why. And that boy had 76 wooden skulls. They were wrapped around his arm. And there's one for every soul that was lost in the sight of his gun. And being at war ain't as hard as coming home living with these scars. When you got friends and enemies lost, but you're still here to pay the cost. You're still here and you feel it all. Well, his heart still is big it always was, before he left home to be a hero of war. And now that he's back to the land that he loves, his service is over, but his mind's still at war. He tries to forget, but he just sees more. And when he's going through them pictures, he got to that one. The moment of silence is all that it took. His daddy can read his boy like a book. He says, son, I want you to know I'm proud. And don't let the things you done bring you down. We know that you did what you had to do. If it wasn't them, it would have been you. Son, I want you to know that your dad is proud. And that boy had 76 wooden skulls. They were wrapped around his arm. And there's one for every soul that was lost in the side of his gun. And being at war ain't as hard as coming home living with these scars. When you got friends and enemies lost, but you're still here to pay the cost. You're still here, and you feel it all. Thank y'all. I'm not sure who's up next, but I'm sure they're wonderful.